Okay, tonight we're going to do a lot of I statements.
Okay, we're good until probably 7 o'clock your time, and then we need to pop out for something else. So
Okay. That'll be fine.
So if we
So I'm going to
disappear,
go. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go to the whiteboard real quick.
Oh.
Oh.
Tati. Is that right, Eagle? Because I'm not supposed to say
Datia.
aho. Tatia.
You say Datia. You left off the A sound. Datia.
Tatia. Okay, I thought Tatia meant I was a question. So okay, cool.
Datia is a question, but when you say Dati, that just means you are here. But when you say Datia, it's like you're here.
Okay.
That's just how it's said though, Datia. It's said in the question form. The man's greeting us. The man's greeting is said just in a statement. Okay, I'm gonna start writing these down, and you guys can write them down, and then we're gonna move on. But these are all our statements. That's a complete sentence. Kumbla.
Kabla.
Kumbla.
Kadla. Kadla.
Kumbla.
Hadla.
Kumbla.
Kompla.
Is everybody writing this down? We're gonna do the first 20 minutes. It's gonna be on the whiteboard, and then we're gonna go to a few songs, and then we're gonna come back.
We got it.
Okay, if everybody's okay, I'm gonna erase this.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep.
I'm saving it.
Kabla.
Kabla.
I don't have any problem with that. Hey.
Oh, Don.
Oh, okay. I don't. Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, I see. Don't be. I see. Don't be.
Don't be.
I see. Don't be.
Don't be.
Give me a pen and paper. Pen and paper, please.
See. Don't be.
Don't be.
Don't be.
Don't be.
Don't be.
Don't be.
Yeah, don't be.
The line by the T means you don't drag the T, right? It's a
Yeah,
short
you
T.
don't drag it, stops it. That's what makes it like a don't.
Don't be.
Don't be.
Don't be. Don't be.
That's a guttural stop.
Yes.
Don't be.
I remember that phrase.
Don't be.
What's that, 11th?
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna erase that.
Okay,
Don't pay.
I'm good.
Don't pay.
That's a good one. Oh, because there's a lot I don't know how.
I don't know how.
That's gonna be my favorite phrase.
I don't know how. Ponjinga. Ponjinga. Ponjinga. Ponjinga.
Bingo.
there any jokes that go along with that one?
I didn't hear
Any jokes that go along with that one?
you. Could be a lot of jokes for that one.
Right.
Bingo.
Better get pulled by my back or something.
God. What's the
Pillow.
this little C under the eyes? What does that mean?
A nasal line. I'd have to look. That's one of the things that didn't.
It's a nasal eye.
Right. What do you, zing, right?
It's called
Yeah,
Ponjinga. Ponjinga.
Zing. Mm, mm.
I have a question.
Good.
My marker over the whiteboard is turning into something to write with, and I don't want to accidentally write on the board. Do you know how I get rid of this?
I don't. Just don't touch it.
Just don't touch it. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how.
I'll get it on the
Ponjinga.
other side.
Ponjinga.
Thank you. I don't know how either. Ponjinga. I should say that. Ponjinga.
What was the question, Jonathan? We were trying to get our nasal sounds right.
How to remove the toolbar on the whiteboard? It's not a big deal. I just put the pointer on the other side so I don't accidentally write on it.
Oh, great. Oh, good.
I don't think you can, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I can. It's got a cross, so all I need to do is drag it across there, and it'll write on it.
Right. I just don't know that you can make the toolbar go away.
Oh, right. Yeah. Ponjinga. I don't know how.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
That's an important thing to know how to say. It's that I don't know how. In French, that was one of the first phrases that I memorized was "Je ne sais pas." I don't know.
Shirimasen in Japanese.
Yeah.
You're right.
What's the first one after the two?
You.
Ooh.
And he's right. That you can't.
Kablamaga?
Is there a G after the? Is there an A after the G in the I don't want to know? You're right, the toolbar is hiding some of that.
On mine, it shows it's all the way there. It's U, B, D with a slash, I, A, G, E.
E, okay. Wonder if I make it big. There we go. Jonathan, when I made it full size, it
Yeah.
kind of showed you the whole board.
I did that. I can see it now. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry. You probably said that and I wasn't paying attention.
No, I did it just about at the moment that you were telling me. So must have been ESP or something.
Okay. So we have A.
Okay.
Is that Kaplamaji?
Okay, the I don't want to. Remember that word oubliage, oubliage. That means I don't want to. It means I don't want to, or I'm reluctant to.
Okay.
Or it means I'm unwilling.
Yeah.
It don't just mean I don't want to. It can mean I'm reluctant or I'm unwilling to.
Okay.
Okay, so we got reluctant. I'm reluctant. I'm unwilling. I don't want to. Oubliage. Oubliage. And then you got I don't want it. I don't want it. Comme la manger. Comme la manger. And then I can. Ooh, oh, hold on. Let me go back over the bottom. I didn't write it right. Hold on. Ooh, okay. I left out a word, a letter out of that. Uwakihi. That's a W. It's an ugly W. Uwakihi. These are all I statements. I statements in the verb conjugation pattern.
They're all declarations, then, right?
Yeah. I'm able. Uwakihi. That's an M. And then I can uwakihi. And then underneath it, I'm not able. And also remember, uwakihi means I'm able. It can mean I can or I'm able. Or I have the ability. I can't. I can't. Blia. Blia.
What is the distinction between I'm not able and I can't? Or is there?
I can't and I'm not able. Maybe the better translation might mean I don't have the ability.
Okay.
Versus I'm not going to?
Yes.
Okay. The I'm not going to is the BTH sound, that BD side by side kind of gives Chris and I a fit.
Okay, listen, when you got that BD slash, that's just blah, blah, blah. It's almost like BL, like a BL sound, but it's
Okay.
blah, blah,
blah,
blah,
yeah.
blah. Like you're saying blah.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, that's the only way I can say it, blah.
So blatya. So blatya. Blatya. Blatya.
It's just like on that word, I don't want to. Oubliage.
Oubliage.
Oubliage. Oubliage.
Oubliage.
And then down there, back to that is blia. Blia. Blia.
Oh, that's okay. That's an I. So that's an I. That looked like a T to me. Good. I'm glad.
Can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on.
No. That's fine. You don't need to correct it. I know now.
No, that will throw you off. Oublia. Okay, so the top says, I don't know how. Ponjinga.
Ponchiga.
I don't want to, or I'm unwilling, or I'm reluctant. I am reluctant. Oublia.
Oubliage.
Oublia.
Oubliage.
Uh-huh.
Oubliage.
I don't want it. Comble manger. Comble manger. Comble manger.
Blamage.
Complimage.
G.
Complimage.
Complimage.
Complimage.
Yes.
Complimage.
Now remember that I don't want to and I don't want it. There's no distinction of them being the same thing. Their interpretations are totally different. Some people might try to say, well, complimage can mean I don't want to. It doesn't mean that. Compli means I want. And then when there's nothing in front of it, it just means I want it, or I want her, or I want him. Now, if we start changing it later when we get to more advanced verb classifications, we could put we complimage, I don't want you. Or we compla, I want you. Or wa compla, I want them. Or wa complimage, or you can even go more awa complimage, I don't want them. Awa compla, I want them. And then you see we got different verb classifications. And so now when we get to the bottom rows, I can, I am able, I have the ability. I have the ability, I can, or I'm able. That word can be translated to all three of them I just said. I didn't have enough room to put I have the ability or anything like that. So I just put I can, I'm able. Now,
Okay.
when I put I'm not able, I put uwa ki hi manji. Uwa ki hi manji. Uwa ki hi manji.
Wakimaji.
I'm not able. But that word can never mean I can't. It cannot. You see this right here on these words here? Look. That is a negative article in Ponca.
Maji.
When that's followed when that follows, that maji is the I can't, I not, I won't. So when that follows behind to the right of a verb, it changes it. So automatically, when you got compla, which means I want, and you got compla maji, it means what? I
can't.
don't want.
I want. Right. Okay.
I don't want.
So it's combla I want, right?
Yes.
But it's a I want it. So it's almost like whatever you see, the tool or whatever. It's okay.
And some people might just say when they see compla, some people might just say this. Compla, I want. I mean, I highlighted the wrong thing. What the hell did I highlight that for? Oh, I wouldn't use the compla emoji because I already took off compla.
Yeah.
Some people might just say, I don't want. And it can mean that, but technically it means I don't want it, or I don't want her, I don't want him. And then it would have to go, I don't want you, which is we compla emoji. I don't want them, awa compla emoji. Akigleba maji, akigleba. I ain't gonna put that on. It means I don't want myself. Really, you could say that in Ponca.
I need to learn that one.
Yeah. No, we gotta stay positive. Let me tell you something, brother. You're battling. You're winning right now. You're still alive, still breathing, still learning, and you're still composing. So we need you. We got to keep positive as we can.
Kapla.
Yeah.
Come, Blamage. Are you guys ready? I'm gonna delete this. Remember, when you see uwa kihimashi, it will never mean I can't. It can only be I'm not able or I don't have the ability.
Got it.
Blia can only mean I cannot or I can't. Turn on, Emma. Turn it loud, please. Too dark.
Blia. I can't.
Okay. Now, let's see. Hold on. I'm walking around. I travel. Should I travel? Understand. I arrive.
I ran or run.
I run. It could be I ran. Either way.
Okay.
Tense is present, future, or past are the same. No matter the perfect
I stand.
when I go to the perfect participle or future, it changes. And we'll get into that later. I go back to that advanced.
Mhm.
Right here, you're going to see that said in different ways. Hang on a second. Got it. But you could also see this one like this. Attendez. Attendez. You can see it both ways. Can you see that A-T, nozzle A, B, D with a slash I, attendez. And then another way it could be said as attendez. This is the I statement here, along with, hold on, right there, the A, and also with this. But you see here, it doesn't have it, but it's also said that way and understood. Because this takes precedent on some cases. I got it somewhere. There's a deal on it home. Here it is. Yeah, that's how it is. Oh, oh, I see. Where is it? Oh, I see. Right there. It's all a chipaje. I dance. All wa chi paje. I dance. Luaga. Luaga, show. No. Gee. Don't like that. Oh, I know. Okay, the first one says, Mumbly, I walk. I run or ran as atably. I dance. Awachipaje. I travel. Uwa garçon. Uwa garçon. I stand. Anonge. Anonge. I arise or I arose. Agipaha. Agipaha. Look over that for a second.
The difference between I stand and I arise is one of them is active and the other one's from getting up from sitting down, right?
Both of them can be like that way, but when you say I stand, it's something that I'm already doing.
Okay.
I'm already standing. Okay, and when I say agipaha, I'm in a sitting position or a laying position or even crawling position. Anything but standing on my feet. I don't know if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then it means I arise or I arose.
Yeah, that's what I
Give me
was
one
thinking.
second.
Is it the last one, the I rise? Is that AG?
Yeah, Agipaha.
Okay, we're gonna go over this one more time and I'm gonna clear it. Mombly, atable, awachipache.
Awachipache.
And some people just say
Awachipache.
awachigache. They'll leave this right here as a G sound.
Hmm.
Awachigache. And someone just say awachipache.
Awachipache.
Okay. Awachipache. Awachipache. Awachipache.
And then I travel. Uwagashon. Uwagashon. Uwagashon. I stand on Noji. On Noji.
Anashi. Anashi.
I arose. Agipaha. And then you could also say, we could also change that and say, Akipaha. Akipaha. And that just means I got myself up. And when we get into more advanced verbs, because to me this is where I excel at, is in verb classifications. Most teachers that I've seen have failed at that, and that is very sad to see when they're not putting more emphasis on verb conjugations. Because each one of these words right here made a complete sentence by itself. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay.
It's 7:30.
Okay. We're gonna sing a song, and then after this song, if you guys gotta go or something, it'd be all right. I don't know what time you guys got, but I got that 8 o'clock if you guys are willing to bear with me. But I got a lot of stuff to teach you guys.
No,
And
he said.
sooner or later, they will have all this stuff put up that we can go back over the notes. Hey yo, yo, hey yo, yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey. Hey yo, yo, hey yo, yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey. Hey yo, yo, hey yo, yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey. Conosce weble adon mabeya hey aska ablibeya hey iya yo iya yo iya yo hey hey yo yo hey yo yo hey yo hey hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey. Hey ya, yo, hey ya, yo, hey ya. Wana she weblete adam babeya hey. Aska ablible. Hey ya, yo, hey ya, yo, hey yo. That song, I believe, Robert, how old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm 32.
Okay, you're a little bit younger than us. And but anyway, Lottie, do you guys remember Kaiser? Was it the Second World? Was it World War One or World War Two when they had
World War I.
Kaiser?
Yeah,
World War
World War
I.
One.
Yeah.
So Ponca's had many songs with Kaiser, but when they say Kaiser, they say Kaisersti. A lot of our songs, after say you have a Ponca name or whatever, or even just an English name, that's like your name was they'll say Robert Sti or Kaiser Sti the Kagema. Anyway, they're talking about him. And they're talking about when they went over there in World War One, because the Poncas have fought in every war that the United States has against foreign countries, not in the Civil War, but when they had anything other than here on United States soil. But we fought in every battle. So that song, they found him a worthy opponent, when before he was killed or whatever happened. But they told him, he said, when we went over there, when they say that they went over there, and they took that flag and they brought it back. They're talking about wherever they were, that German flag or Kaiser's flag, somebody's flag was, they went over there and took it. That's way before I was born. But I've been told them stories, and so anyway, that drum beat, I jacked it up in the beginning. I'm gonna start playing the wrong drum beat on it. That's called that right there is called a soldier dance song. In our language, it's called Wanashe. Wan soldier dance song. And anyway, but that drum beat was off. I was out of rhythm on that one. I got mixed up on it. And sometimes when you sing, them songs just come to you. I wasn't even meaning to sing that song, but it came out.
We couldn't.
That's
It's funny because we don't get to hear the drum beat when you're just playing the drum, but I can kind of hear it sometimes when you're singing. So I'm thinking the microphone you've got's got some background canceling or something going on. So I'm hoping, I sent Sean an email and said I really thought you needed to get a good mic. So hopefully it'll let us pick up some of the drum a little bit better too. So, but it
Okay.
covered you up this time, so we didn't hear that you jacked it up.
Yeah, but
Not that I think
Keith,
I would know. Not that I
I
would know.
went to the. You would know. I mean, you gotta let that drum beat when you hear it. It'll get the rhythm with your heart. It makes you want to move. Let me sing another one. They don't go Ohio. They don't go Ohio. Yeah, yeah. Walk on the they don't go Ohio. They don't go Ohio. Yeah, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, hey, yo, hey. Walk on the little God, hey, yo, hey. They don't go, hey. They don't go, hey, yo, hey. They don't go, hey, yo, hey. Oh, they don't go, hey, yo, hey. Walk on the day, oh God, come Walk on the day, oh God, come Hey, Lord God, hey, Lord God, hey, Lord God, hey, Lord God, hey, yo, yo, hey. Walk on the day, Lord God, they know God, yo, yo, hey, hey. Walk on the day, Lord God, they know God. That song was right there, was made by Pee Wee Clark. He's passed away now. He made that song when he was somewhere by Niobrara or Santee, somewhere in Nebraska by the South Dakota border. That song just says, "They the God Chaber." It said he made it. He made this for us right here, and then it says, "Walk on dog Chaber." It said, "God, He made this for us right here." He's referring to the Haloska. The Haloska is that society of warriors or veterans, and He made that. We're going to take about a 5 to 7 minute break, and then we'll continue on.
Okay.
All right.
It's always exciting to recognize a word in a song, because we heard you, Robin and I heard you say Wakanda, and it's like, hey, we know what that is. It's always exciting to in a song, because it's a little bit slower pace. It's easier to pick out words. So it's always an inspirational thing.
Well, don't worry. Whenever you guys start learning more and more, you're gonna start picking out all kind of words in there, and then you get the idea of the sentence because you start writing them down from every word you could think of or know, and try to find it in the dictionary. Or we done went over it, we talked about it, and then you start writing that word underneath the English word under that Ponca word, and then make that word make sense. Because you might say God made this here. You know, you got to think about it and put it into a sentence that makes sense in English.
Right.
But I'm gonna let you guys think about that real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on here. Okay, you guys ready? We're gonna go back to this whiteboard.
Yep. Please do that. Okay. You can say that one a lot. It was smart double spacing. Drag it.
To you.
Okay, right here it says, I cook. Yes. Uwaha. Uwaha. I cook. I go. Play. I go. Play.
Play. Play. I don't know if that's gonna be fine.
I went. P. I went. P.
P.
I went. P. I lifted.
Bléon.
Bliha. Bliha.
Bléon.
Bliha.
Bléon.
I drug it or I dragged it. Blishnu.
Blishnu.
Blishnu.
Blishnu. Play. P. Blishnu.
Yes, you said it right.
So I'm gonna push my luck. Uwaha maji means I don't cook, right?
Or it can mean I didn't cook.
Okay.
Oh.
And now you guys got your papers in front of you?
Yes.
Emily. Okay, now put I can't cook. That other verb will always go to the right of the verb in front of us. I can't cook. Open up. Hold a second here. This. You guys want to take a stab at it? All you're adding is the verb I can't to the right side.
Uwahablia.
Uwahablia.
Uwahablia.
I can't cook. Now add I can cook.
Uwahawa kihi.
Uwaha ukihi. Uwawa, uwaha. Uwakihi.
Wow. Right. Okay.
And then now I don't know how to cook.
Uwaha. Pajiga. Uwaha pajiga.
Ponshinga.
Pajiga.
Uwaha ponshinga. Yes. You see, Robin, how easy that is? But see, when we do verbs like that way, that verb is a different type of verb classification, and that is also an advanced verb classification in our language. But do you see how easy I made it? There's people I watch people that are totally fluent not teaching this manner. You know, I don't understand why, and to me being young, I couldn't question them. I couldn't question them. They're like here, they might say a sentence like this way. You know, where did you put it? Agudi. Inte. Da. Agudi means where. Inte. Da. Where did you put it? You gotta have all these different types of things in there so that they're gonna understand. You could write verbs, you could write Ponca sentences all day long, but if you never teach these people what each word means in there and why they're in the position they're in, what I mean by that is sentence construction or the sentence parameter, what it can do and what it can't do. And look how many sentences that you just made. And then also, if you would say, I want to cook.
You said I want to cook?
I'm unwilling to cook. I'm reluctant.
So it's going to be uwaha ubliage.
Yes.
Uwaha ubliage. The light bulb went off.
It went off. What happened?
No, it just meant I got it.
Well, I
A
thought
light
it meant the
bulb.
light came on.
No, a light bulb in my head went off.
Come on, it went off.
It went off, yeah. It's like a flash.
I know you guys got ready to go, but you guys might be the ones to really learn this. Let me erase this. I'm going to show you something.
Okay.
Okay. We can stay a little bit longer. When we took a break, we got some things adjusted.
Okay. Okay, the top one says, Uwaha tamike. Say it, Uwaha tamike.
Uwaha.
Wahatamike.
That means I will cook or I'll cook. This word here is a future tense marker that is obscure that it'll happen sometime in the future. I'm sorry, right here this is a I. I'll cook. Now the second one says uwaha tinke. Uwaha tinke. Tinke.
Okay.
Uwaha tinke. Tinke. Tinke.
Okay, now that says I'm cooking, like it's, or I'm going to cook, like within less than a day. That's something that's for sure going to happen. But when you say tamike, this is a future tense marker, and all these that have ta in our language are all referring to something futuristic, and for different, for first, second, and third, and second person plural and third person plural as well, and the we form. We use ta. Now this takes on a precedent that's like any other in our language. And then right here, I'm gonna do the fourth one. Hang on, I forgot it. Who wants one? Okay. Okay, now we're gonna go to number 3. Uwaho mike.
Uwaha mike.
Wahaminke.
Uwaho mike. This right here is a past participle. I had cooked, or I have cooked. I had cooked. And then this takes another twist, like this one. They're really weird in how their sentence construction are, because when you say uwa, hold on, uwa honte, I should cook or I might cook. I should or I might. You see that 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll cook. I'm gonna cook. I have cooked. I might cook.
Yeah. And the difference between the tamike and the tinke is kind of how far out in the future.
Yes. Both
Okay.
of these are futuristic. This could be said futuristic too, but at the same time, it's like almost like a negative future. I might, or I could, or I may, but it's unsure.
So if I said uwaga sha tamike, that means
I'll
I'm going to
travel.
travel
I'll
sometime,
travel
but
sometime
not
down the road,
right.
not today. And then if you said uwa gashantinke, it could be, that could even be pronounced. Both of these could be I'm cooking or I'm traveling.
Okay.
Now these are the only ones that'll be on the ending of I statements. So you remember these future markers, past tense. I don't even know what to call that one. Let's just say I might or maybe, or I should, or
Conditional tense, maybe.
we'll call it that, condition.
Conditional, right. In French,
Conditional
it's called
tense. I never thought about that. See, that's why I said teamwork makes dream work. A conditional tense.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I didn't never know how to explain that in English.
So the TIK is like near future.
Does everybody got this?
Yep, I do.
I'm good.
Okay, so we got uwaha tamike, uwaha tinke, uwaha mike, uwaha te. I'll cook, I'm cooking, I have cooked, I might cook.
These only refer to, these only are for I statements.
Right. Yeah, these are for I statements. Chris was
They
asking. That's
can't.
correct.
They can't be for nothing else.
Okay.
This one can, but not when we're talking. I'm talking about this. We'll get into that later. Tay has about 7 meanings, and you'll
I
be
can
able to
believe
tell. You're gonna tell whenever it's behind a verb, though. It's just like if you say, "Blade Tay," I might go,
right there.
or I should go. You guys got this wrote down?
Mm-hmm. We're good.
And remember, all these verb conjugations we're doing, these are simplified verb conjugations. These are all I statements or I forms. That's the only way I know how to pronounce it in English. And before you guys go, I got a couple more verbs to do, and then we're done.
Okay.
Okay.
Just 2 more.
All right.
I mean, like I said, you got whoever wants to stay on to 8, we can. And those of you got to go, it'll be all right too. Okay, the first one is "Belize."
Please.
Please.
That word means I take it or I took it. Or when you use it in a verb command, get it. Blizaga. This right here, no matter what the tense in the Ponca language, if it turns into a command form, that will always turn into what they call a blunt A.
Okay.
In a command form, if we added this. Blizaga. But now we're just saying that the I form, blize, I got it or I'll take it. And then I'll blink means I have. And if you say I'll blink, I mean, well, it won't make sense. I mean, if I said I'll niga, that means have it or you have it. That could be conjugated because remember, some verbs and verb conjugations are just stative or dative. I don't know if you, whatever word you know by a stative verb or a dative verb. And that's all I had on this list right here. Blize, I take or I took. I'll blink, I have.
Okay. Could you go over the what the soft A stuff is again, please?
Okay, I'm gonna erase this and just show you a whole bunch of them, okay?
Okay.
Real quick, I'll write about 5 examples down. Hang on.
You can stay. I'll just step out and call Mom at 8:15.
Okay, right here, you already know that the root verb is, the I statement is, believe it.
Right.
Changes once you got a command particle. Once you got a command particle or a negative particle, that E will always change to a blunt.
Okay,
In
I got it.
most cases. And listen, and when I had that I forgot to put this up there. Even though you said it earlier, we should have had it
Yeah.
in that same example, but I wrote them too big to put it on there.
Blizamaji.
Please on, Margie.
Blizamaji.
Okay.
I don't take. I didn't take it.
And that's the command form.
Or don't take it.
Command form. This is a negative article form. Neg. Command.
Negation?
This right here is a negative. Negative I statement. Margie, and this is a command.
So that blizamaji means don't take it.
Yes.
Because you're telling somebody, you're not saying you didn't do it, you're saying don't do it.
Don't do it. Well, that means don't do it whenever it's like this. Hold on. Ziga. This right here is a U form. This real word right here is nize. This is you take. Just like this is I. Hey, do you see this right here in the end? And then the root verb is this way. This is what they call a root verb. Vize becomes, when it becomes, that's a he, she, or it, or they took it. But whenever you're doing it, the I statement is blize. I took it. And then when you say nize, you took it. And when you say she took it, you say blize I. When you say we took it, you will say these I. These I. And then you all took it, you would say ni is I. Ni is I. And then they took it would be these I. You guys got this? Let me show you this one last thing, and if you guys got to go, Robin, I'll let you go. I'm going to show you one last thing so you got a little bit better understanding of this conjugation. Are you guys ready for this? Delete it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yep.
You singular. Third person, this means he, she, or it. We. All these This is you, plural. These I. These I took it. These I. You took it. These I. She took it. These I. We took it. These I. You all took it. They took it. These I. In every verb we have, there's always going to be a common 6. Now, if you look at a lot of Omaha stuff, it'll always be a common 4 because they don't recognize the you or the they. But we're not Omaha. Not talking bad about them. They just do things a little different than we do. So you guys could handle that better or whatever, but it's bleeze, these, these I, these I, these I, these I. Now, when I say we believe, that means I'll take you. You know, like in a derogatory way, no matter what, I'm gonna take you against the will. And don't get me wrong, modern times it could mean like I'll take you to the store. You could probably say, we believe it, Tamika, I'll take you to the store. But most of the time it ain't. It's not like that. This right here is a complete sentence, but it's also a hard verb conjugation. And this is just the beginning on it. Like I said, I'm just trying to show this is the meat. This is when you become fluent. And some of you guys are going to pick this up and it's just got like that light bulb in your head saying like, oh my God, I got this. I've taught so many people that I'm like, whoa, they're not getting this. Not talking bad, but sometimes people just don't get it. And all you have to do is keep being patient with them and trying to slowly explain and show it physically by drawing it, writing it, or acting it out with somebody.
It would be great to make a book of verb conjugations, starting with the infinitive like this and going through each conjugation.
The Omaha have a book like this, but they didn't do it like how we do it. So some of it's identical, but there's so much of it left out because, and you know, Aunt Alice, yeah, I know her son, and he's a good guy too. She was a brilliant woman in the language of the Omaha. My grandfather and my grandparents knew her, talked to her in our language.
Yeah.
She made the best piece on verb conjugation for all 5 Degihal tribes that I've ever seen. But it, like I said, it is the best that I've ever seen, but we can make one better because where she left off at, I could show you, and then some people might get mad at me saying that. I'm not downing her book, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Ponca's use 6 common verbs, and then some verbs can have up to 46 different changes in it.
Right.
Because you got Bleeze, I took it, or I took her, I took him. Bleeze, I'll take you, or I got you. One could say it that way. Or all Bleeze, I got them, or I took them. Or you could also say, Ugly. Say, ugly means I got my own or I took my own. And then you can say, say, I took myself. Those are not in there. And then you can say, ugly say, tamike, I'll take my own. And then you can say, oh, say, mike, I had took myself. And then you can also say, we please mike, we please tinke, we please tamike, we please te. We please manger. I didn't take you. We please manger. I didn't take you. That's just one way to say all these different I statements. That was about, let's see, ugly, alki, bli, we bli, awa bli. Okay. And then we got 10. Right there, if I use all 5 of them ways, the tamike, tinke, te, and then the maji, you're going to have over 20 verb conjugations just on I alone. Do you understand?
Yeah. Right on.
And then if we put the prefix on it, that's the we, the awa, the ah. It's going to change it drastically.
Right.
And so that's what's not in that book. And I'm not saying that they didn't do a good piece of work because it was brilliant. I can't say enough. It was brilliant. But then again, that's why it's going to take us as a team to work to, hey, Eagle, is there another way we can say it? Eagle, is this all the ways we can say it? Are you sure? And we'll write them all out. We will write all of them out as best we can.
Yeah.
And then it gets even more it gets more in depth. I just have to, like I said, I just have to show you. But it's going to take time to get you guys there. And then when you get all these nouns and placement words and past tense, future tense, prefix, suffix, verb conjugates in between the verb, not at the front. Usually they conjugate at the front and part of the front, but a lot of them will conjugate at the front and in the middle. And so when it does that, like I said, there's just so many more. That's why I say we got to get it together.
Yeah.
Does everybody understand that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everybody got that wrote down?
Yep.
I do.
I do.
We good?
We're good.
All good.
So, how you doing, Diane? So getting back to that, I want you to understand how complex our language is. But like I said, the few of you, once you get to that state where you really just want it, you are going to speak Ponca. You might sound a little funny at first, but after you be repetitive, listening, learning our alphabet and using our accent markers and our glottal stops and our long dragging out pause, and all these little simple things. Once you guys get that, it's just gonna be like, damn, I got this. That's all I can say. I got this. And you guys could have had a lot of other teachers that teach in different ways, but you go look at some of these other people that teach. You go look on YouTube, and some of them people are dead that are on there. But you look at how they're teaching, and they're teaching in such a way that I don't believe you're ever going to learn anything other than how to say dog or my name is this. Well, they don't even say that. They just say they call my Ponca name is this in English. And I'm not trying to talk bad on them, but it's they didn't understand how to teach. And that's why working with you guys and myself and praying about it and talking to other teachers in our Viggy Hall society on those that have been teaching a long time, especially with technology. They give me pointers and help me. And I'm going to try to get there within the next month. I know I'm going to be there because I got to want to learn new things. And so, and you guys got to want to learn. You're wanting right now to learn something new. That's our language, our language. This ain't Eagles language. This ain't Oklahoma Punkers. This is our language. I got my camera turned off still. But yeah, once you guys have seen me, I'm smiling.
Yeah. I thought you did it on purpose. I want to see
No,
you.
I
It's good
didn't.
to see your enthusiasm.
Yeah, when we took a break, I didn't put it back on because I went straight to the blackboard. I didn't realize it was off. But
I'll
you see,
tell you
listen,
next time. I'll tell you
yeah,
next
let me
time.
know. You know, one thing you guys gotta let me know. I'm a real easygoing guy.
I'm not bashful. If you haven't figured that out yet.
No, you know that's what we need. We don't need nobody bashful. And I think that we're really gonna get this. And then tomorrow we might just do an hour or something after we do something with the. I got to do something with the committee, and we'll probably just do an hour or maybe even two if you guys want. Um, some people look at it as a day of rest. If that's your day of rest, rest. If that's the day you honor your God or Lord and Savior, your family. Rest. Don't by all means don't feel like you gotta come to this because this is voluntary. But I'll be here because me, I pray to my God to Wakanda every day throughout the day. There's no day of rest on that. You gotta stay consistent with Him. And what I've been through, you know, like I said, I've been through tomorrow will be 6 weeks that I almost died, and I've been out of a trauma unit, and you know I'm getting better. I'm getting better than a lot of people thought. But I got 17 broken ribs, and a man only has 12 on each side. That's 24, and you know I'm in a lot of pain. Sometimes it's hard for me to sleep, and they cut me down off of them oxycodones from a 10 to a 5, and then I got this is the last week on it. Then I go to pain management. And so I hope I could do it. You know, yesterday I went 10 and a half hours without taking a pill. I'm supposed to take 4 a day every 6 months, and I've been praying not to be addicted because I've been sober over 20 years, but I've never been on pills or anything like this. But I could feel the pain, and it made me kind of feel kind of fearful in my mind, thinking, "Hey, I'm not going to get no more pills this week. After this week, am I going to be okay? Am I going to make it? Yes, I am." And so that's what we got to do. We got to sit there and pray for one another. Remember, times are difficult sometimes, but you got to rely on God, on Wakanda. And I don't know if you guys want to do some songs and talk about, give you guys a chance, because I'm not trying to, I feel like I'm just keeping you too long, Robin, you and your husband, and I'm not, if you guys got to go somewhere, I understand. But like
No,
I said,
I had to make a call, so I missed the last little bit, so I'll probably bug you to go over it again at some point in time, but I've made my call, so I'm good for now.
okay. Well, we're gonna take a brief moment. I'm gonna sing a couple of songs, and we'll tell Diane a little bit about what we did, and then as soon as I get down to catching her up to speed, then we'll start with you, Robin, and Robert, and Jonathan, and then Diane after you listen to what all they got to say, and then we'll close it out with one of you five praying for us. Well, let me scoot this table back. Oh. It's hard for me to sing, you know, because I had to get used to my ribs opening and expanding, and I got treatments that I take. It's, you know, I forget the name of that medical term, but it's just a little plastic machine I blow in, and it makes something rise up, and I hold it.
Right.
And you know,
Yeah.
but I've been off oxygen for a month now, and tomorrow will be 6 weeks since I've been in the car wreck, and it wasn't my fault. You know, I'm about to get, whenever I get done with this therapy, I'll get whatever they're going to give me for me working and my for whatever they give for people insurance. So I pray that my house comes back over anything. Okay, that last song I sung was by Pee Wee Clark. It had a sister song. And so this is going to be it, what I sing. Walk on the white bay, walk on the white bay, hey, hey. Walk on the white bay, follow the white bay. Walk on the white bay, hey, hey, walk on the white bay. Oh, the white bay, walk on the white bay, hey, hey, hey. Walk on the white bay, also the white bay. Walk on the white bay, hey, hey. Walk on the white bay, walk on the white bay. Walk on the white bay, hey, hey, hey. Walk on the white bay, walk on the white bay, walk on the white bay, hey, hey, hey. Walk on the white bay, walk on the white bay. Walk on the white bay, hey, hey, hey. That song, it says, walk on the white bay. It said God gave it to us. The Creator gave it to us. It says, Maja, they the white bay. It said He gave us this land right here. And when it translates out to it, it said, God, He made this land for us and gave it to us. And He was talking about when He traveled up north to our old homelands, and when He came back, He even made that land in Whitey, Oklahoma for us, even though despite the majority of us got left there. It's a powerful song. I love that song. Say they conquering no, say they conquering no, say they conquering no, say they conquering no, hey, say they conquering no, say they conquering no, say they conquering no, hey. İşkatape şeyde kalkıngedo, şeyde kalkıngedo, şeyde kalkıngedo, şeyde kalkıngedo, şeyde kalkıngedo, şeyde kalkıngedo, Sheneka Kadigedo, Sheneka Kadigedo, Sheneka Kadigabeyo, hey. Ishka Papa, Sheneka Kadigedo, Sheneka Kadigedo, Sheneka Kadigabeyo, hey. Ishka tape shede kakadigedo, shede kakadigedo, shede kakadigabeyo, hey. That song says, Shedi aka, linga be. The real word is Shedi aka, linge. But when you make it into a song, it says Shedi ka, linga be. It said that one right there, that was whoever it was, they were in motion, whether they were running or on foot or fighting, they got killed. And whenever that warrior got killed, he must have been a brave, strong Ponca warrior. His Ponca name was Ishka Tape. Ishka Tape. I can't tell you the real translation to that because I don't know to his name. But it says that Ishka Tape, he was going in battle and he was killed on the battlefield. But he died a good death, so they made that song for him in his wake or state, one might say. But Ishka Tape, I don't know that word. I know Tape means it's near something, but Ishka is some word that we don't know that word, the meaning of it. And so that's how we are on that. So now, let's take a little time to get Diane up to date. Are you ready? Okay.
Brace for it, Diane.
I'm ready. That's what happens when you come in late, right?
No, you're fine.
He was laying it down tonight.
Good thing my brother was on here. He's gonna tell me about it later.
Robert Godson, I know he was there. And so anyway, today we spoke about I statements or I verbs, like in verb conjugation, because most of the time, and even as a little kid, when you learn these type of things as a little child, you're like, I'm hungry, I want. I didn't do it. I didn't get the chance to write all that stuff down, but we're going to continue on these I statements. And I can't go, or just different things like that. But so what we did is we worked on these whoa, I lost my page. We worked on compla, to want. And that just means I want it, compla. And I'm going to tell you just the verb conjugation, but we did a lot adding to them things that your brother, he can help you with. And so the next one was, don't they? To see. Don't they? I see. Don't they? And then the next one was called Ponjinga. Ponjinga. Just try to write it best you can how it sounds. Ponjinga. And then you can get the right ones. Hello? You get the right one from your brother. Is that him? Don, is that Robert? You're muted. I can't hear you.
Yeah, that's Robert. He lives with me. He doesn't have a camera in his room.
Did he bring it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave her my notes.
Okay, good. So on those notes,
I was pulling the whiteboard. I was getting ready to say, do you want me to share and pop them back up again? Because I think I saved them from the whiteboards.
He has lots of notes.
Good. If you got notes, I won't worry about it.
So, okay, so we just start off right here. So that we're going to start off right there and let you go over them notes. And we're going to give Robin and her husband and Robert and Jonathan a chance to speak. And then you can talk about it while you're studying the notes and listening to us. And I'm just going to listen unless they ask me for something or they need something to help correct something. Go ahead.
I'm not sure what you're wanting me to, you want me to just talk about tonight or just?
Talk about if you got any questions, feedback or questions. Or if you want to make a statement on how we could do something better than what we're doing to make it easier or more understandable.
No, I was really good with going through the verbs because you couldn't tell because as soon as you did the verbs, I was running with, you didn't say uwa hamaji, but I added it, because it was connecting for me. So I do think that the way we went tonight really helped just to go through the phrases. And then it's going to give Chris and I some things, because when he tells me he's cooking dinner, he can say he's cooking dinner in Ponca. And so I know. So I think that that's going to help us at least. I think I may have gotten overwhelmed when you got past when you started in with the you, and the when we got into the take and have and got a little bit into that and I don't know if I was hitting saturation or what, but that one was kind of lost on me. So, but I think the songs and the breaking out like that are helpful. I think that it gives us somewhere else to go, and then coming back and reviewing it is just a good reminder. So I'm good with that. Chris, did you have anything you wanted to say?
No, I think I kind of followed about the same way because I was catching on with, we were making a statement of the I walk, but then putting the can't or won't after it made sense to me. So I was following us doing that. But then, because, I was kind of starting to get that, get the idea and all that. But when we started going to the more of the I, you, he, we, you, they kind of thing, that's what I wasn't quite catching on 100% there. And I don't know if I was just hitting mental capacity for just catching the other thing, and that's about as good as I was going to be able to get for tonight or what. Yeah, I think the first, we covered some good stuff tonight, though. I think we got some good points across.
Okay, touching up on a little bit what Chris and Robin were talking about. Tomorrow we're going to continue on with the I statements, but we're going to come back to those 6 and also come back to the Maji, Tamike, Tinke, Te. We're going to come back to that. And down the road, like that last sentence when I said, remember what I said? I said, we believe, Maji, I didn't take you. We're going to go into different things or on that. We're going to start emphasizing more on just getting a taste of it toward the end. So this got something you guys could think about doing. And you guys can pray about tomorrow that we could get that, we could pray about getting that Facebook deal so I could download a lot of stuff on there with even the messenger.
I sent Sean an email and asked him for that, and also suggested the microphone, suggested something like this, the lav like I wear, because then you can move around and you're not, it's not going to zoom in and out and echo on you. You'll be able to keep it with you all the time. I don't know if y'all can hear me well, but usually when I talk on other places, people say they can hear me okay with this. And it's not, it's not an expensive mic. I think I paid less than $10 for it, so it's not going to break the bank.
No, I hear you good.
Yeah, and I emphasize the Facebook too, because I think that'll help. Because if you cover stuff like Diane, at some point in time, it's cumulative. So it's always, I'm always afraid to miss. It's one of those things where I don't know what was gone over and what what I'm missing, because it builds, it all builds. So if there's a curriculum or Facebook out there, then we would be able to kind of, if I have to miss because of work or something, because my work occasionally makes me do that, because I work in computers. So it would be good.
Okay.
Sorry, I've talked enough. I'll let somebody else talk. I'll shut up
Oh, you're
now.
fine. You're fine, Robin.
The
Big help to it.
The biggest thing for me tonight that helped me the most is
Blah.
the BL, the blah, that figuring that out, because that was killing me trying to mentally work out how that was supposed to sound. So I think that helped me get past some things. I wouldn't mind in the future going back over some of because I've got my little sheet here with all my pronunciations, and but I don't have good notes on nasal vowels. I have the A, but that's about it. So I think that those pronunciation things I still rely on I think it was from our second night, but I still rely on them very heavily to look at that to kind of figure out how to pronounce a word.
Okay, Chris, if we get that thing done tomorrow, I'll give us I'll make us a guide to our alphabet and our vowels and all that we use in the Ponca language. So that way you can really look at it, and I'll put a little bit more emphasis on how to say them and how important they are in our language.
Oh, that's a good point, because when you did that tonight, you gave us a word example, but then you went back and you did it slowly to let us hear how everything kind of fit together. That helped me a lot.
Okay. You guys have anything else, Robin?
No, that's out of that's out of the Neville corner.
Okay. Go ahead, Robert.
So I'll just agree with what Robin and them said. Like, today was very helpful. I did have one question, and Diane has my note, so I don't have it written down, so excuse me. But yesterday you said, I'll see you later was Gonchagom Witabe Taminke. And today we learned Witabe Taminke is I'll see you in the future tense, so I'll see you later. So what's the Gonchagom? Yeah, what's the Gonchagom part of it?
Okay, when you say Gonchega means, that literally means like later on, somewhere in the future. That's a future word, but that's a I don't want to call it a prefix because it's a complete word. Prefixes are usually just add-ons to it, but that's a complete word that means later on or later on. That's all I can say. So when you say Gonchega, we thought Tomike, I will see you later. It literally means that. Literally means I will see you later. Now, when you say Sean, we thought Tomike, that's like I'm done. I'll see you. Sean's like I'm finished. So it's like, man, we're done here. It's true. I'll see you later. That's the best way I could put that. But those are both excellent remarks. One last thing. I don't want to say goodbye, but when we're done talking.
Yeah, perfect. That's helpful.
Okay. Out of you five that are here, any of you got a dictionary?
I do.
So I have ordered them for me and Diane.
I
Okay,
have
well,
all kinds from the Pocket Tribe. It's on loan to me, and because I'm an elder, they just renew it. It's on permanent loan to me.
Well, the committee is supposed to buy 50 this week or something. Or I'll just make sure I find out tomorrow and let them speak on it, not me speaking for them. But they're buying 50 to give out, and so you might just want to hold off. But like I said, if they give us that Facebook, I'll just show you off my dictionary if it'll help you. I can handwrite it, or I'll show you out of the dictionary. But remember, this dictionary's got over 100-some typos in it. Everything you see ain't going to be correct, and there's probably there's thousands of words left out of it. I know a lot that aren't in this book, and there's a lot in that book that I don't know.
Yeah, and you're not speaking out of turn. Ricky said the other night that they were going to buy 50, but they were considered loaners that people could have. And it sounds like, if you get more advanced, they're not going to necessarily pull them back. But
Yeah.
so,
I have no problem.
but I don't have any problem buying one and paying for one. I mean, if that's, I just don't know where to get one. But it's a start. It's not like you said, there may be errors in it, but at least it's something.
It's a brilliant piece of work out of our dictionaries, out of the Omaha and the Ponca. The Omaha's made several that weren't published. Now, don't get me wrong, my Uncle Mark Swetland, they did publish fragment dictionaries of Grandma Elizabeth Stabler and then also his UNL team. And that goes back to my sister Arlene Walker and her sister that passed away. A lot of them are dead now. They're gone. Not all of them. Is Aubrey or Audrey? She's still alive, ain't she, Jonathan?
I think so.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think she is, but I can't say for sure.
Yeah, I never met her. I know everybody else on there that's still alive and before they died, some of them. But I friended her on Facebook when I was really doing a lot of talking with. I still talk to all the people that's still alive. I talk to them. I didn't know you were there, but was you a part of that team, or was you just a student, Jonathan?
No, I actually worked on I was a student. I was not a part of the team. I worked on the dictionary for one semester as an independent study, as a language. And so it was actually as an anthropology course, as an independent study working on the Omaha Ponca dictionary. So I never became a part of the team. All that I did was I took the cards from Nyhart and would do data entering the different dialects and all of the notes on the card, preparing them so that it could be passed on to somebody either at the University of Oklahoma or the University of Nebraska to actually review it and see if it was ready to put in the dictionary. So really all that I did was transfer information from the card to the format that they wanted, and that's all that I did.
Okay, Jonathan, on that, were you guys just getting most of that out of James Owen Dorsey's book of the Conditional language, or was you getting that from elders of the Omaha? Because I know that they never they never came to the Ponca elders that are fluent speakers. Down here, our people won't get on that website because that's not spoken in a Ponca way. And the Ponca elders and Ponca people were not included in that. They just used our name.
Right.
And so a lot of people don't like that, and down here, and they don't respect it, and they won't even use it. And then the few real young people that did do it, I asked them not to use that because I said, they said why, and I showed them comparisons of the way they're talking in their language. Some of it is not the same. Now, maybe 80% of it will be identical, 80% at best. And then still understandable, but it is so corrupt. Or that's the only word I could think of. It's so slanged out that it shouldn't be taught that way because it's not supposed to be that way. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna show you right before we get done. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Okay, I'm here. Can you guys see this? That's an Omaha app. Okay, listen. This Omaha app says, can you hear me? It says, what time is it?
Minjabano.
Okay, Diane, you and Chris, tell me, what did you hear?
Minjabano.
Mi da bano.
Midabano. Yeah.
Minjabano.
What did you hear, Robert?
Yeah, I heard me Chabano.
What about you, Jonathan?
Minjabano.
Midabano.
Minjabano.
Dan.
Midabano.
Minjabano. Minjabano.
Well, let me tell you what they said. They said mi da bano. Omaha told me, they said, oh, Kage. They said mi da bano. And I just sat there and I looked at him. I didn't know what he was trying to say. I'm not going to answer what I said to him, but I'm going to tell you what I took this back to my Ponca fluent speakers and also those that understand Ponca, because there's a lot of them left. They said, what is he talking? They said, they said, Spanish. Is that the Mexican language or Spanish language? That's what they asked me. Is that the Spanish or Mexican language? Okay,
Yeah.
so I said, what are you trying to say? I said, I don't understand you. And he said, I said, what time is it? I said, I'm thinking, damn. I said, in Ponca, we say, mi idambe que are not here. Mi idambe que are not here. Mi idambe que are not here. That's one way that's the most correct way to say, what time is it? And then you could say, mi idambe don't are not. That means what time is it? And then the easiest way a Ponca can say what time is mi idambe are not. Mi idambe are not. What time is it? That's like slang. What's the time? And you heard those three different ways I said it in Ponca and mi dabano. That's how they teach their language. And even in my Uncle Mark Sweating and Lingay. Lingay means dead. If you guys don't know that, when you talk about someone past tense, you always put Lingay at the end of their name. And so they teach slang in that book, and I could get that book because I bought it, and it has slang taught. We don't teach slang first when you're teaching people how to speak. You teach them the purity of the language, and then as you get casual, instead of saying weebla ho, or weebla tonga, or weebla ata, or weebs, or many weebs, that's how we say thank you. Even Omaha say weebs. It's slang for thank you. So, but we don't teach that at first. Unless people are real illiterate, or and they may teach like that. And in that case, we got to help them. So, but anyway, I just wanted you to hear that. That's their app. And I won't let my kids learn from it because they know that Omaha's are relative. But I could go through everything, every different thing they got in, and I'll show you. It's slang. And when you take it to fluent speaking Poncas, and they're still alive today, and you take that to them, and they can't tell what they're saying. And that woman right there, she passed away. That woman was 86 when she died, and she was speaking like that. And they all speak that way. You hear them, oh, mi de mano, la tia, we had mi de mano. So we're not going to learn off that, okay? So if you guys see that Omaha app, don't get on it. Don't learn from that because it's going to confuse you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so but you said the dictionary is useful but has a lot of errors. And
Well,
then
there's about 5,000 words in there, but there might be 130. But it ain't my grandpa's fault. They're from the print shop. The press did that. Wherever they did that, they got words mixed up, or they left off a whole vowel. So, but that's why you got me. While I'm alive, we could do that, and also maybe down the road we'll revise it as a group. Go ahead, Diane.
So I know everyone's saying that we're gonna try and get it up on Facebook. It's like it really sucks that I missed the second lesson the most, where everything was all the pronunciation was introduced. I've been working with my brother on that, but it's very confusing, especially how much I miss, and that's very like unfortunate for me. But I do attend other classes during the same time frame, and it becomes obviously a time commitment thing. But I really hope that it does go up, because as I do have other commitments to my time, it's very difficult, even with my brother assisting me, because it is a very different to English, like the pronunciations. So trying to understand, even just writing what I think it sounds like, can be very confusing.
Diane, listen, my name is Eagle Rod. I don't know if you've seen how my last name is spelled. The first name is like the bird. My last name is Rhodd. All you guys got to do, if you guys got Instagram, Messenger, or Facebook, or even TikTok, or Snap. I use Snap for my kids, and I can inbox you on and catch you up on every lesson. If that should be where they're not going to allow us to do that, we can still get it caught up on Messenger. I prefer to use Messenger. You know, that way we can go ahead and do this with all of us on here. Robert, Chris, Robin, Jonathan. But my battery's going to die. We're a little over time here, but I just want you guys to know I love you all. And if you could pray us out, Chris, if you would.
He's not comfortable with that. I'll do it.
Okay, that'll work, Robin.
All right. Father, thank you for our time together. Thank you for our community and our spirit. We pray for our learning and our education. We pray that our minds expand and that we are able to keep our culture and our language moving forward, for it is us. Ponca Language. Be with those of us who need your healing and your love and your strength and your courage to get them through their tough times. And as we go out, keep us safe until we meet again.
Okay, if you guys ain't doing nothing tomorrow, I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a blessed night. Stay warm.
Same time, right?
Yes, same time. And tomorrow
right.
we're gonna know for sure the hours and the open door and all that. We're gonna try to have open door on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Like Friday will be either 9 to 2 or 10 to 3, or Saturday will be 12 to 2 or 1 to 3. And same for Sunday. That's all.
Okay.
If you guys like.
Right.
Okay, you guys have a good night.
All
You
right.
too.
Thank you,
Night,
guys.
Have a good
everybody.
night.
Bye.
Good night.